XO, and I am your host, Allie Rittenhouse. I'm so excited to have you here today for another episode of Gen XO TV Online. And today we are talking about, are you planning to launch something in 2015? Whether it be a new product, a new service, or something else that you might be offering to sell on your website? Well, today's episode is exactly what you need to get those gears in motion and get them going. I know it may only be October, but now is the time that you need to start to get it going for 2015. So as I said, whether it's a new program that you want to launch online or a new book that you want to write, whatever it may be, you need to start planning that launch right now, right here, today. And I'm going to give you a couple things that will help you get started, make it a little easier, and kind of take the stress out of it, because I feel like people get a little too in their head about launching and how to do it and making sure that they do it right, that they forget how they are the expert and how you know exactly what you are teaching. Sometimes launches can be very debilitating, and I want to help you not make that happen. So right now, right here, we're going to give you a couple steps to get started today. And then I'm going to give you a whole video series that's free that you can go to and learn even more about how to leverage the launch, whether it's for a service, a product, an ebook, whatever it might be. So the first thing that you need to get started with in order to make sure that whatever it is that you're creating, that there is a need for it. You need to survey your people. And whether that is sending it out to your email marketing list or simply getting friends in on it that might be your ideal customer to see what their needs are. Because that's the whole idea of providing a product that sells, is that you're selling to a very specific need for your ideal customer. The only way to find that out is to ask. So make sure to survey your people and get started doing that right now. That might take you a couple weeks to get all of the results in. So why no better reason than to get you started now? And if you are finding it hard to getting people to say yes, maybe offer them something in exchange for their time, whether it's a gift card or maybe just a coaching session with you. Whatever you decide, let them know. Make sure they know all of the rewards that could happen for offering this survey for you. Next up, you want to break down when you want to launch on the calendar. Take a look at it, find the date, find the date and put it on there. There is no better way to get your launch started than to set the date that it's going to happen. Then it helps kind of commit you to that date and keeping your eye on the prize of launching your new service or product. So definitely want to get that date on the calendar right now. And if you want some accountability, go ahead and email it to me as well, and I'd be happy to help keep you set up for that launch and what's going to happen in 2015. Then, then I want you to break down all of the pieces of creating this program or service and how you're going to offer it. You're going to look at what the to-dos are that you need to do to make this happen, but you also want to look at what pieces can you hire out and start working towards that goal. Once you have all of those pieces broke down, what I like to do is to take Post-it notes and hang them on the wall, really breaking it down even further. So if you have a module 1, 2, and 3 for a course, I would set up Post-it notes under each of those modules of what trainings, PDFs, calls, anything that would be included under that module, what you need to do, put each on its own Post-it note. And this will help you have a visual of what needs to happen. It's like you're creating a mind map right on your wall. From there, you need to start setting dates of when those, or deadlines, I guess, more so than dates of deadlines, same thing, of when each of those modules needs to be done, or each of those stepping stones needs to be done of what you may have hired out to somebody else. So now on your calendar, you've got the date that you want to launch and maybe start your pre-launching and all of that. And now we want to add the deadlines of when everything needs to be done ahead of time so you're ready to go when it comes time for launching. Don't take this step lightly. If you want to feel not stressed out about launching, start putting those deadlines on your calendar now. I even recommend that you set up a reminder or a calendar date on your Google Calendar and have it remind you a couple weeks ahead of time so that you have plenty of time to meet that deadline and achieve your goal of launching. So once you get those deadlines down and put onto your calendar, do you know what step comes next? Taking action on your launch. You want to make sure that you are not waiting until the butt of that deadline to start working on your launch. Start now. Once you've got it all broke down, you can easily start to create those things. So go to those post-it notes and pick one thing, maybe pull it off of the wall and focus on just creating that piece of the puzzle. Once that's done, you can put it back up there and circle it or put a check mark next to it so that you know that you've accomplished something. We all do better as we see things starting to be more visual to us, seeing that we are achieving things. So make sure to put something visual on that item, on that post-it note, so that you know that it's done. As you continue to take action, meet those deadlines, you're gearing up for that launch. Once your launch date comes, it's going to be a piece of cake because everything's going to be handled for you. If you need more help learning how to leverage the launch, learning how to break it down, and also receiving swipe files that are going to help you along the way, I highly recommend that you go to leveragethelaunchformula.com. And you can put your name and email address into the form, and you will be immediately taken to a 4-part video series that's going to help you get started leveraging the launch and getting ready for 2015. This has been Allie Rittenhouse. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Gen XO. If you want to share it with your friends, please do so. Tell them to hop on the Allie train, and I will see you next week for another episode. Have a great day. This has been Allie Rittenhouse.